Okay, everybody, I'm going to do this without you, which is going to be really hard because how am I going to get words up here that you're going to tell me if you're not here? I'm going to have to do it myself. All right, so we are on Unit 4. The roots that we have this week are act, mem, tact, cycle, and graph, which you should know by now because we talk about that one all the time. So let's get some words. All right, let me just take a stab at it. Mem. I'm thinking memorize, which you should be doing with all of your times tables, right? Memorize. All right, tact. Intact is when something is in a whole piece. If it's intact, it's all together in one whole piece. All right, this one's an easy one. Bicycle, right? And a couple weeks back we talked about that prefix meaning to, right? How about recycle? Put something in the recycling bin. Act, how about activity? Let's get some more. Okay, graph, we have photograph, which we talked about last week. Biography. And then the black stuff in the pencil that actually gets rubbed off on the paper, that's called graphite. All right, another one, how about cyclone? Okay, that's one of those storms, it's kind of like a tornado, kind of. It's a circular kind of a storm that swirls around. If you need to text your parents, you're going to contact them. Contact, that's one way to contact somebody. There's another word that it describes the sense of touch, and it's called tactile. Okay, let's do some more mems. How about, this one's kind of obvious, remember? How many of you got that on your paper? How about memorial? Like Memorial Day, or that's like a special time when you look back on somebody's life, you have a memorial, like when somebody dies. Act, how about react? How about interaction? That's when you do something with someone, it's an interaction. And action is another one. And even act, the word act itself, right? Okay, yeah, we've got a pretty good, I could add more, but I don't want this video to be too long. So an activity is something you do. When you react, you are doing something because someone did something else. An interaction is when you do something with somebody else. An action is something you do. To act is something that you do on stage, let's say. Okay, so if you can't guess already, the meaning of that is do. Memorize is to remember something in your brain after you work at it, right? Remembering is recalling, is being able to think of it after a while. Memorial is to think back on something or someone, okay? So that means to recall. Intact, when it's all together, you can touch it, it's all together. Contact is you get in touch with somebody else. And tactile is the sense of touch. So, if you haven't figured it out, touch. Bicycle is to wheels that's really what that word means, right? Recycle is when you use it again and again and again. A cyclone goes in a pattern like that. We could also say tricycle. Whoops, spelled it wrong. Okay, so bicycle has wheel. When you recycle, what am I doing? It means circle. And photograph, biography, this is, we talked about this, a story about someone's life. A photograph this is light, and when you take a photograph, you are printing something on paper with light. And the graphite is the black stuff in the pencil that you write with, and I hope you guys figured out that one was right. So, hope that was understandable and maybe a little bit entertaining, I don't know, but that's all.